Imagine if you could learn the skills everyone wants, like super quick, skills that help you stand out, maybe even boost your income without going back to school. Sounds amazing, right? This is exactly what Scott Young teaches in his book, Ultralearning. And today, I'm excited to show you a new way to learn anything fast. By the end of this video, you'll have a step-by-step plan to go from beginner to pro in no time. Rule 1, meta learning first. Let's get into what's called meta learning. It's like learning about learning. So imagine I wanted to start an educational YouTube channel. First, I'd look up videos on how to start a YouTube channel. Maybe even ask ChatGPT or do some quick Google searches. Before learning any skill, it's important to see the big picture. What am I going to learn? Why do I want to learn it? And how will I do it? Just like when you start a new school year, you get a syllabus. It helps you know what to expect and what to work toward. This is why meta-learning is so important. Rule 2, focus. All right, now that we've got our plan, let's get to work. But here's where I messed up before. I'd sit down, all ready to go, but then a notification pops up, or I get distracted by something else on my phone. Ever happened to you? Here's a quick tip. Try deep work. It means setting up focused time with zero distractions, maybe 1 or 2 hours of pure focus every day. So, turn off those notifications, put your phone in another room, and give it your best shot. Oh, and if you're finding this helpful, hit that follow button. It motivates me to keep creating more videos like this. Thanks a bunch for supporting. Rule 3, directedness. Next, let's talk about actually doing what you want to learn. Like say, I wanted to get better at making YouTube videos. I could read 100 articles, but if I never hit record and film something, I'd never improve. It's about learning by doing. There's a difference between knowing about something and actually doing it. So if you want to learn faster, go out there and try it. Rule 4, drill the weak spots. Once you're practicing, notice the things you're not so good at. If I'm working on my channel but my thumbnails aren't great, I should focus on making better thumbnails. Fixing weak spots can lift everything else up, like when you practice spelling just a few tricky words. Your whole writing gets better. Rule 5, retrieval. Now here's something that's super helpful. Try to remember what you learned without looking at your notes. Imagine teaching it to a friend. This is called retrieval. It might feel hard at first, but the more you do it, the stronger those memories get. Rule 6, get feedback. This one's big, feedback. Ask people what they think, but not just the nice stuff. Real feedback tells you what you can improve. For example, if I ask you, what did you like about this video? You might say, I like the examples. But if I ask what didn't make sense, you might help me make my next video even better. Rule 7, retention. Now to keep learning fresh, revisit what you've learned often, like brushing up on your skills even after you know them well. This keeps you sharp. The brain is a bit like a muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. Regularly reviewing what you've learned helps you remember it long term, like when you go back to a favorite song and somehow remember all the lyrics even after a long time. Reviewing past knowledge also helps connect new ideas you're learning, which can deepen your understanding of the topic. Rule 8, intuition. As you practice more, you'll start developing what's called intuition. This means you can solve problems or make decisions without even thinking too hard about it. Think about it like driving a car. At first, every turn and signal feels like a big deal, but after a while, you just know what to do. This happens in learning too. When you're deep into a skill and you've practiced enough, you'll have a gut feeling for what works and what doesn't. To build intuition, allow yourself to make connections naturally and play around with the material until it feels second nature. Rule 9, experimentation. Lastly, keep it fun by experimenting. Testing new ideas and trying different methods isn't just fun, it can actually help you learn faster. When you experiment, you push yourself out of your comfort zone and discover fresh insights that others might not have thought of. So, be curious. Try different approaches, take on new challenges, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Remember, every time you test something new, you're growing your understanding and pushing your learning to the next level. All right, so those are the 9 steps to ultra-learn any skill fast. Whether you're learning for work, a hobby, or just for fun, remember, start with a plan, focus, do, and keep improving. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow for more tips.